Welcome to Venusian Soul. Today I'm back with a timeless picker card reading, and it's going to be the next steps on your spiritual ascension. So I want you to cast your gaze over these cards and ask your higher self which cards have a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi Group 1. So for this group, the first message I'm hearing is you've been through a lot. You've been on a really extensive journey, especially for some of you, I feel a journey of healing. There may have been a lot you've had to work through from your past. We have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And showing up next to the 9 of Wands, I feel that energy where you may have been going through it or having to work through many challenges. It could have been just that your path was very rocky. There were a lot of obstacles, or there were a lot of emotions and energies and feelings that were coming up. Within Rama, where are you being called to journey to? I feel like there's a sense of walking your path, but it's like the darkness is leaving. The darkness, the challenge, the things that perhaps weighed you down previously. Like I feel for many of you with this Queen of Cups, there's a sense of emotional renewal. So for this group, your next steps involve primarily greater happiness, greater joy, like enjoying, it could be enjoying like the simplicity of life, enjoying connections that are lighter. Like Spirit keeps showing me you kind of just taking time out for you, but finding, for some of you, if you've had trouble feeling joy, feeling happiness, it's almost like now emotions are able to spark more easily. It's almost like clearing out some of the beliefs, the energies, the past, the things you were holding on to with this 4 of Pentacles that enables more happiness to come in. For some of you, I feel like you've laid something to rest. With Judgment and the 7 of Swords, there could have been, in particular, a particular past event or like some sort of betrayal, some sort of wound that was quite significant and painful. And that was something you had been holding on to emotionally, or it may have been like leaving you feeling somewhat stuck. And that could have caused difficulties when it came to progressing. And I feel for some of you, it's like you've come to a place of peace or closure, and that's why this new beginning is showing up. I'm hearing as well that in terms of the next steps, not only your ascension and your spiritual journey is your life's journey, but I feel for this group, you're at a point where you can start fresh. Like there's more new energy that can come in, or there may be a new path or opportunity that shows up for you. With the King of Pentacles here, it's like I feel first for many of you, you work on the emotional, you do the healing, you do the release work, and then something shows up in the physical. There's some sort of new path. There could be like a relocation or a job opportunity. But you also have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious, and you have happiness as well. So there's definitely, and delight. So you have 3 cards that are literally around these higher, joyful vibrations and energies. And again, I'm not saying if you are right now going through it or you are feeling heavy or dark, intense emotions, it's important that you do go through that and you don't suppress it or try and bypass it. But I feel overall, the trajectory of your path and journey is toward also greater freedom is what I just heard. Greater happiness, yes, but greater freedom. I think things are going to flow more easily, or perhaps you're going to feel as though you're able to attract more and receive more. For those of you that, and this is what I just heard, is don't rush the process. It's really important for this group that this stage where the emotions are washing over you, where with Judgment beneath the Queen of Cups, where you're reflecting on past experiences, past wounds, past energies. It could be, comments that were made or situations that didn't work out. It's important that you don't try to, push past that or force that, and you allow yourself to actually work through that so you can reach a place of healing. I also feel for this group, because a lot has been cleared away, your connection with spirit is going to strengthen and deepen. And I think part of why you are, or you will be, depending on where you're at in this phase, in this timeline, you will be feeling more joy because you're more in sync with your soul. It's almost like you're living from a place that's more free, more raw, more authentic. Things that perhaps weighed you down or just dropped your energy, dropped your mood, I feel like they're kind of leaving your life. Or you may be in a place where you're clearing them out of the way so you have more time and space and energy for the things that you truly love and the things that really matter. With Four of Pentacles, there is a strong message here of letting go. And I think for this group, you're in a phase or a process where you are doing just that. Your intuition is going to increase, especially in terms of your next steps forward. I feel like spirit and your guidance system is going to be triggering and letting you know what works for you, what doesn't, what you should move ahead with, what direction works for you. I feel like there are going to be a lot of epiphanies for you in terms of what this new beginning looks like and what it can look like. Because Spirit's making me feel as though for this group, I mean, we always can have a fresh start, but there's something with your energy where I feel it's more pertinent to start completely fresh. So for some of you, or it could be that, you know, there's a new beginning here and it's something that you really wanted to do, but it was a big jump. It was a big leap of faith. And perhaps in the past there was hesitation. And it's as though Spirit is saying now, like, yes, you can make that leap. Yes, you can move ahead. Yes, you can, you know, take steps toward the goals you want, the desires you want. So I do feel there's a lot of really positive energy coming in. With the Seven of Swords, it's like, I feel most of you, it's like Spirit is saying it, you need to lay to rest the things that niggle at you or disturb you. And again, these don't have to be to the level of the Seven of Swords where it was, you know, full betrayal or abandonment. But I do feel there could be situations that, again, were painful or they've left an imprint energetically, where there's still some energy lingering from this experience, from this person, from this event. And I feel like Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to kind of clear that out and lay that to rest so you can have the new beginning. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hi, group 2. So I feel for many of you in this group, you are healers. You have, or at the very least, you have spiritual and creative gifts that you can really utilize in this world. And I think you're also really powerful manifestors. There's something around your energy that's so potent, and I just keep hearing creative. When I think of Amethyst as well, I get kind of, you know, third eye, crown chakra energy, where I'm getting that impression of someone who is quite tapped in to the universe, tapped into spirit. Whether you use that energy as a healer, whether you just use that energy as you move through the world, or even in creative pursuits, I feel for this group, it's almost like spirit wants to flow through you. You have a lot that you can bring into this world through these abilities. And I feel like spirit is nudging you in that direction. You have Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. For some of you, I feel like you're healers and artists, or there's something that you do where you can almost combine both, or you might focus on two hobbies or two pursuits, or have a business or project that incorporates both. You also have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Again, I do feel you're natural born healers. You very much work with spirit, connect with spirit. You also have deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. With the Magician and the Ten of Cups, I also feel it's almost like you can create a complete, like there's an energy field around you that's so potent and powerful and vibrant, and it lifts others up when they're around you. It's almost like people feel uplifted, or people feel that energy. With the Nine of Cups, I do feel for this group, the next steps in terms of your spiritual ascension and your spiritual path are around your life purpose, whether that, and you may all be on different places on your journey. I feel for many of you, you're either doing it or you're moving towards it. Like there's not a sense that you have, like it hasn't even begun, but there's a sense here that there's more progress to be made to get to this Nine of Cups. Because I feel like this Empress is starting with a vision and she's laying the seeds. So it depends on where you're at on this path. With the Magician, the Ten of Cups, the energy that you exude, the energy that you embody, which includes, the things you tell yourself, the way you feel, has a, really powerful effect on what happens in your world, in your life. With the Nine of Swords beneath the Empress, there is a warning here to not kind of get in your head or talk yourself out of your gifts. With the Magician and the Three of Pentacles, again, I feel for some of you, there's something you have the ability to create from scratch, whether this is a business, a project, it could be like a painting, a book. There's just something I see you giving birth to. With focus as well, sitting next to this Nine of Cups and next to strength, Spirit is saying you have the strength, you have the focus to persevere and see this through to completion. But there is this energy of really needing to believe in yourself as well. Really needing to kind of boost yourself, to have a mindset or belief system that's compatible with what you're wanting to create. With the Eight of Cups beneath Ten of Cups, there may be some things that fall away on this path to your life purpose. This could be people that aren't conducive or supportive of your dreams or of your path. These can just be energies that don't serve you anymore. But with purity as well, it's having that purity of focus, purity of intent, where you're very clear in what you want to create, what you want to achieve. With pleasure as well, I get very the signs that are coming up really strong. We have Taurus, Libra, Aries, and Leo. But I get that really, this group has an incredibly powerful energy. But it's kind of almost like beautiful, sensual, loving, spiritual. Like there's just something about being in your energy field or the energy that you put into the things you do and create that has a massive effect on other people. It's able to really influence their energy. But I feel as though Spirit is saying there's a need to really believe in yourself as well. And I feel overall for this group you do, but there may be doubts, like these could be, the Nine of Swords beneath the Empress could be doubts that these seeds are going to flourish, that you're going to reach the Nine of Cups. So it could be a case where for some of you, you're feeling hesitation or doubt around the long-term prospects, around what you can attain and achieve, in the future. So I feel as though Spirit is really letting you know that you do have the potential to create a lot of success. You are on the right path, but there's a need as well to kind of persevere, to stay the course, to trust that, good things can come in, that you are on the right path. Yeah, I keep seeing, and you can see this symbol of infinity in both cards. I'm hearing as well there's a need to be in it for the long haul, to focus on the big picture, not what's happening right now. I do think for this group, you may have to carve out your life or lifestyle in a way where more of your energy is focused on or going towards your projects and your pursuits. So that could mean, potentially a little less time socializing or just spending more time kind of in your own space, whether that's meditating, whether it's working on your spiritual gifts, working on a creative project. There may be a little bit more time just needed. And I'm not saying to isolate yourself, but there may be a period of seclusion or solitude, even if it's only half an hour a day or 20 minutes a day where you can kind of center yourself. But I feel for this group, a lot of you have spiritual and creative gifts or spiritual or creative gifts that can be utilized into some sort of career, project, venture. And I feel like I feel for this group, you know that, like you're aware of certain talents and abilities, because I do think for some of you, you may be very psychic. You have the ability to really connect with spirit and create a healing energy field for others as well, or a field of beauty where you're able to funnel really creative, beautiful energy into a project, into a pursuit, and others can almost absorb that energy. Spirit keeps coming back to that beauty of your energy field, the beauty of what you create, what you bring to the world. And I feel for this group, maybe at times you doubt that, or perhaps there have been some phases where you were starting to question your path, or question your energy, your potential, what you can and can't achieve, manifest. And I feel like Spirit is coming in really strong to let you know that you don't need to second guess yourself. You don't need to doubt yourself. The visions you hold for yourself, and I just heard the yearning or the urge of your heart and soul, they're meant to guide you. They're meant to lead you, and what you feel drawn to is and will manifest, provided you obviously take action and you keep persevering. But there's a sense of, really harnessing your vision in terms of what you want to create and what you want to bring to the world. Obviously, if you're having levels of doubt where you want to try something completely new, heed that guidance and move in that direction. But for many of you, where you know what your talents and gifts are, and you really want to work on a project, whether this be like a hobby, a business, a career, Spirit is really giving you that green light to take action. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi, Group 3. So the first thing I'm hearing, I keep listening and I'm hearing patience is a virtue, and that just keeps repeating. Now, we have patience here, and then we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, I feel like there may be something that you're trying to bring into form, or you're trying to manifest, but it's either, it may feel like it's not coming in, or it's just taking too long. The time frame is frustrating. But I feel like you're heading somewhere beautiful. It's just a matter of allowing things to kind of unfold. It's that sense where certain things have to fall into place first before you can receive. With the we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, I feel like this could be like in the realm of either career, business, something to do with, something you're creating, and especially finances, because you have blessings and abundance showing up. So Spirit is showing that long term, you are attracting in and manifesting greater abundance. But again, I feel like it may be in a time frame or in a way that's not going in the manner you expected. Or like, we have Five of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So it could also be there's some fears of like, whether that be like fear of failure, or something in your life isn't working out, which is causing chaos, making it harder to focus on what you're trying to give birth to. You also have Align Your Life, what is no longer in alignment with who you truly are, and Mirror, who or what is triggering you. So for some of you as well, there could have been conflict around whether this is like a job or some sort of path or trajectory you were on previously, which has motivated you to take this new path. This new pentacle could be, again, it'll differ for all of you. It could be a new career, it could be a new job, it could be a new business project. But I'm getting more for this group. It's definitely the energy is around career, abundance, life purpose, business. With this Queen of Wands, there is a sense though of a lot of passion and a lot of confidence. You're the Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, and strength. So Spirit is saying the more you tap into that kind of lioness or, lion energy, where it's a very, when you're creating from the heart, you're pushing forward from the heart. It's not trying to force things. It's very brave. With the Queen of Pentacles as well, because you can see she's kind of sitting here just nurturing this pentacle. There's a need to kind of nurture or be patient and to grow the energy, to allow it to kind of set roots, to allow yourself to have the foundation. There's a sense of giving it time, or when you're giving birth to something, allowing it the time it needs to flourish. Now, again, with the Lovers beneath the Five of Swords, for some of you, I feel like there's some sort of crossroads or choice point between where you were or what you were doing and what wasn't working versus where you wanted to go. I also feel for some of you, this new path, this new opportunity, this new venture, depending on what it is specifically for you, is far more abundant than what you were doing previously. So for some of you, you may have reached a point where you want to attract in greater abundance, greater prosperity, and I feel like the universe is helping you with that. We have leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. So for some of you, you may have already had to kind of make or take a leap of faith where, you know, you kind of took steps or you've taken action to get you toward a new path, or you've dedicated some energy toward working on the path, the opportunities, the things that really liberate you, that feel right for you. Yeah, just keep hearing patience for this group, because I feel like what you're doing is going to pay off, but I don't know if for this group it's like that energy of raring to go, where I feel passionate, I feel excited, I want to get started, I want things to happen, but it's like, it's almost like they're not happening, or they're not happening in the speed and the manner that I wanted, and that's triggering a level of frustration. But Spirit keeps saying, like, things will unfold, things will work out. You may also, for some of you in this group, face literal tests or challenges, where Spirit kind of puts not a completely closed door, but, you know, things may look like, you know, when are they going to proceed, or when are things going to change? When is it going to shift? But again, I feel like that may be partly by design. With the Nine of Wands and Nine of Swords, there's a message here though of don't lose the passion. Like, there's not a message here to like step back and, you know, just stop taking action, but there's a need to balance it and to have patience with the results or the timing. Especially if you are feeling very excited or passionate about, for example, a new project, new opportunity, a potential for new circumstance. Spirit is saying you still have to work with where you're at right now. But I do feel for this group, it's almost like there's something that's caught your eye, or caught your vision, caught your passion. And it's that sense of, oh, I just want to be doing that. Or, you know, when are things going to start moving so I can be doing that, whether it be full time, or when is the opportunity around my passion going to arrive? When is the job offer? Like, there's that sense of having the dream, having the desire, but allowing the universe to kind of co-create with you and things to show up in their own timelines, to a sense, when, you know, you're ready and you can fully receive it, or when it's going to have better results or outcomes for you. But again, Spirit is saying, don't lose the passion, keep your eye on your prize, and trust your instinct around what no longer serves you, especially with Align Your Life. Because I feel for some of you, you are very aware of what you're letting go of and what isn't working, and Spirit is validating that. But there's a need to kind of be with yourself as things ground, grow, evolve, and as this creation comes to life. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi, Group 4. The phrase I just heard was deep soul searching. I feel for this group, at times you may have been literally brought to your knees, where you've had to endure an awful lot, or there's been, even if it was one particular situation that was very, very painful. But I'm hearing, like with the Three of Swords, to get this level of wisdom, illumination, spiritual growth, sometimes that amount of pain is the catalyst. Now, I'm not saying, you know, it's a good state to be in pain, or you should seek out pain or suffering. But I do think for this group, you know, some of the challenges that you've had, or the experiences that you've had, have been that catalyst to really help you reach those depths, is what I feel. And for some of you, that in terms of your spiritual ascension and your spiritual growth, I feel for this group, you're well on your way. But there's a sense of I don't know, like deep epiphanies, but these aren't just, oh, this is why I act that way. You know, it's not like superficial, oh, this is why sometimes, you know, I eat too much when I'm bored. Like it's not like behavioral, it's deep kind of spiritual truths and illuminations. This is like, oh, God is within me and, you know, I'm connected to everything in the universe. These are more universal spiritual principles. Not that illumination and awareness about, you know, yourself and your personal journey and your life are not valid and valuable. They are part of it as well. But I feel for this group, you may have had to go through the personal and the healing to reach. These are like really deep spiritual illumination, because I can say everything is love, but it's very different for me to know that. It's very different for me to live that. This is a group where you're reaching a level of mastery, because Spirit is saying, when I'm asking around, like, what's this opportunity? Your gold is all within you. What they're showing me is what's inside of you that's growing, evolving, blooming. It's not, you know, it's got nothing to do just with the physical or physical circumstance. It goes far deeper than that. And not that physical isn't also important and there may not be goals there. I just feel for this group, at least with where you're at right now, it's all about this level of illumination. It's all about, you know, what you can draw forth from within. With the Ten of Swords, you've got the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords, and that's why I was saying I don't think this has been an easy path. I feel like there's been a lot of challenges that have come from it, but it's like the Three of Swords led to this Seven of Cups. Because of this pain, because of this, perhaps there was pain and you then went within, you then, you know, went through that process of healing and growth and renewal, that then led to new opportunities or new understandings. And that Spirit keeps saying you wouldn't have had this wisdom and illumination without this, and you may not have had an opportunity. For some of you, there may be an opportunity in the physical that has come or will come from the level of growth that you've been through, especially with just say yes here and opportunity. So Spirit is saying there could be an opportunity that brings together what you've become. And this could be whether it's in the form of a business or something that you share with others. I just get that sense that Spirit may be kind of helping you or bringing it all together for you, because you have empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. But I feel, for some of you, I feel like you've had to cut off with this Ten of Swords from people or situations that kind of stole your light, stole your energy, or were more karmic. They were there for a period of time to teach, to grow, to instruct, and you reached a point where you grew beyond it. But with the High Priestess, I feel for many of you, you had a very high level of spiritual knowledge and awareness when you were incarnated. I feel like you were very old souls. And with Anna, Grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. With this card, that's what I'm saying. There could be some opportunity relative to the divine plan for your life. And again, that will vary for each and every one of you. We're all unique. How we wish to express ourselves is very different. But I feel like it could be an opportunity tied to this wisdom, or tied to the level of growth and awareness you now have of yourself. For example, I could have new epiphanies, I can have an understanding of myself spiritually, and it changes how I want to show up in the world. For example, I may decide, you know, doing work that's meaningful holds more value for me than my former corporate career, or, that's just an example, but anything. I'm hearing like reconsidering. I feel like this process may have led you to a place where you need to strip away the things that no longer match, no longer fit. It's like I just heard you outgrew the old skin, the old life. And I feel like Spirit is really helping and encouraging you in that process. There is a sense of, allowing that to inform your path moving forward. But again, Spirit is saying it took a lot to get here. But I feel for this group, you're so powerful. It's almost like even when you go through a lot, it's not a sense of like any victim mentality. There's a sense of okay, I've had this experience, or I've had, even when, for some of you, if you were in that position where, you know, you do feel someone mistreated you or have not shown up the way you deserved, or there were experiences where, you know, perhaps you weren't treated fairly. I feel for this group, it's like you always kind of look for the spiritual purpose behind situations, or you keep moving spiritually. It's like every spirit is showing me someone where even when you get the mud thrown at you, it's like you turn it into fuel. You keep going. It's like nothing could stop you from your path of growth and spiritual awakening. And I feel like Spirit is really proud of this group for that. And that doesn't mean denial. Like if you've had experiences that you need to work through, the 10 of Swords and 3 of Swords, then you need to go through that process. But I feel for what I'm trying to say is for this group, you always come out the other side stronger. You're very powerful souls and you're very spiritually evolved. And I feel like for this group, you're going to that next level. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.